Alright, we're in the middle of Season 2, Ultron just got released, and your boy's back into business. Ranking up and keep on ranking up. That's all I can really ask for in Marvel Rivals. I think Marvel Rivals is something I will continue to keep playing. I think it's a great game, but now it's come to the point that this shit needs to be brought up. I understand that this is a game where ranking up can be toxic due to brain dead survivors or your team just got outplayed. But what's worse than the 2 points I mentioned is the amount of disconnections I keep getting in every single match. If not every single match, every other match, which is scary because if you disconnect in Marvel Rivals, that is something that should deter not just you, but a lot of people from doing. Like, why would you want to disconnect in a game where you know you're gonna be penalized, but you're gonna do it anyway? It makes no sense. Now, this video is gonna be a little bit different. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you guys because this shit needs to be said. Please tell me why in my past few games, almost all of them involve with someone disconnecting. And if I do manage to get a full match, well, our team choked because you are strong as your weakest link. That's just how it is. And if it's not dead weight that's holding you back from winning, it could be just you, which also sucks. No one wants to be dead weight, but at the end of the day, disconnecting is the worst thing that can fucking happen in this game. A lot of people will say, well, you're the problem, you know, you gotta get better in this game. And I'm like, dude, it's got nothing to do with skill. Look, I understand that this game is heavily based around working with other people, and each person needs to be a team player. This isn't Call of Duty, this is Marvel Rivals, completely different. I get it. In fact, this is also a game where you need to be versatile. You cannot be a one-trick pony and only know DPS. You gotta know the other roles too to have a successful game. When people ask me, hey, who's your main in Marvel Rivals? It's come to the point that depends on my team. It depends on if my team is so brain dead that 5 other people besides myself are hard locking in DPS. Where are the healers? Where are the tanks? So my decision is based on my team's decision. So I don't really get a choice. Not complaining, I just want to win, okay? By any means necessary. I'm the guy who is all for change. If there needs to be a healer, well, I guess I'm going to be that healer. If there needs to be a tank, I guess I'm going to be that tank. Because when it comes to DPS, there's always someone being a DPS in the team. Now, when it comes to skill, I'm all for learning. I'm all for losing. Believe it or not, you can have a day where you're winning all the time, but you're also gonna have a day where you're losing all the time. And I get that. I'm okay with that. I'm all for it. If I lose 20 games in a row, it. I lose 20 games in a row, but at least let me play the whole game in its entirety. But when you have an asshole who disconnects in the middle of a game, how are you gonna know if you're gonna win? Like, you will never know if you were able to win in the end because some asshole disconnected. I even had a game where I typed in the chat, shake my head, someone DC'd, and then I get the same teammates who are in the same team as me. They tell me, oh, you're the problem. How am I the problem? Think about it. We are struggling 6v6 and then someone disconnects in the middle of a game in a rank match and I'm the problem. Well, I guess I am the problem because I'm not speaking this shit up until now. I really hope it's just me who's experiencing this because I didn't just have one game where someone disconnected, 2 games where someone disconnected. I had 3 games in a row where someone disconnected. Swear to God. But Fox, that last screenshot, I don't see no disconnection there. I know, because if you go to the replay mode, which I'll show you, this motherfucker decided to disconnect at the tail end of the game. Why would you do that? It was neck and neck, and this guy decided to disconnect. Like, why would you do that? I know the situation looks bleak. The situation looks pretty scary that it looks like we're about to lose, but until you play the game in its entirety, you never know if you're gonna come out as a winner. You never know, because I've seen some people where we're hard pressing them and boom, they managed to keep it together, and instead of 3 points our team would have gotten, we only got 2. It goes to show you that anything's possible, but it's just tough to rank up in a game where someone's bound to disconnect. And you know what the crazy thing is? The crazy thing about all this is that you would think I'm complaining about being in the diamond ranks, grandmaster, or platinum. No, this is all in the silver ranks. Like, Jesus Christ, like, I freaking take time off from this game, I come back and this shit happens. It's not that this happened in 1 day, 2 days. No, this happened like over a week. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I noticed that people disconnect way more than they should, which is scary because disconnecting should deter people from doing that shit in the first place, but they do it anyway. Just a quick side note, I took time off because, well, there are other games I want to play. I like to play games like Dead by Daylight. I like to play games like Tekken 8, and at least in those games, like Tekken 8 as an example, just a quick side story, I won't ramble too much, but these games where if someone disconnects in a fighting game where it's 1v1 in Tekken 8, well, you won't suffer the consequences because the other person disconnected, and that qualifies you as the winner by default. In Dead by Daylight, it's 4v1, one killer, 4 survivors. If someone disconnects like another survivor, well, the game will give you guys a bot that will probably be way more helpful than the asshole who disconnected. Unfortunately, in Marvel Rivals, it doesn't go that way, unfortunately, because if someone disconnects in the beginning of the game, well, the match ends right then and there. But that's not what these assholes do. What these scumbags do is that they'll wait until we're deep into the game, we're in the middle of the match, it's round 2 now, and then they disconnect. Or they'll disconnect if our team or the team that they're in, they're off to a bad start. So you mean to tell me if you're playing a game where you're on to a bad start, you're gonna disconnect? Are you shitting me? Like, why even play a game like Marvel Rivals in the first place if you're gonna disconnect anyway? It just doesn't make sense. Like, I know it sounds like I'm complaining. To be honest, I kind of am, because this shit needs to be brought up. Like, I know people are complaining that people they don't want to switch roles, they're too toxic in the voice chat, or so many people are picking the same DPS characters. But you know what? At least let me play the game fully. Nothing is more toxic than the person disconnecting in the middle of a game, ruining the experience for other people. That is the worst. And for those who are watching, I'm pretty sure you guys watching this video right now, you are in probably, I would say, in Grandmaster or maybe Celestial or maybe something even above than the ranks I just mentioned. And this, what I'm just bringing up to you, is a joke. But the thing is, this shit is real. It's fucked up and it's toxic to the point where it makes most people not want to play this game at all. If anything, not play this game as much. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll still play Marvel Rivals, but the thing is, I won't really play it as much. Maybe I'll just play Quick Match because no one really disconnects in Quick Match, believe it or not, because nothing really happens in Quick Match. When I go into Quick Match, the matches are a little too easy. Like, it's just a walk in the park. I can freaking play Spider-Man and I could be Necros in Quick Match. That's how easy Quick Match is. But the reason I play competitive, it's not for the silly rank. The rank that you get in Marvel Rivals, that's just a byproduct of how long and how good you are in this game, which is good. For me, I just want to play a whole entire match. No bullshit like disconnecting, none of that shit. Let's just play the game fully, and if we lose, we lose. All I'm asking for is let's just play the game fully. That's it. It could just be me just complaining, or it sounds like I'm rambling or ranting. Who gives a shit? I'm speaking my shit about how I feel in Marvel Rivals. I really hope it's just me. I'm just saying this shit needs to be brought up, period. Now, there are many reasons why people disconnect in Marvel Rivals. Like, that's the one thing I want to understand. Why do you go into a game and disconnect? Maybe it's because they had a bad day. Maybe it's the final straw that they're losing, or maybe, just maybe, they want to do shit like this to other people online in Marvel Rivals. And if that's the case, those people need to go fuck themselves. If you're someone watching this video and you're someone who consistently disconnects in Marvel Rivals, I would love to know why. Because if you don't have an explanation, a good explanation on why you disconnect or consistently disconnect, go fuck yourself. That's all I gotta say, because you're not only fucking over 5 other people, but you are adding to the problem on why this game is dying or on the way of going to irrelevancy. Don't get me wrong, I'll still play Marvel Rivals. Like, I love the game. It's why I make this video, because I do care about this game. I'm very passionate about the game. I love playing all the characters. It's just a very engaging game, despite all the toxicity and voice chat, of course. But yeah, this game is freaking awesome, and it just sucks that you can't even play a full game because some asshole disconnected in the middle of a game. Like, why would you do that? The only thing I would probably suggest for the devs to fix this mess is give us an AI bot or something. Then these assholes can disconnect all they want because the game still continues, and I'm pretty sure we'll get way more work out of this bot than the asshole who disconnected. I'm just saying. But with that being said, we got Ultron into the game. I think he's freaking awesome. But what do you guys think? What's your opinion on the state of Marvel Rivals? Are you still playing it competitively, casually? Let me know. But despite all the toxicity and disconnections that's been happening, I'll still be playing Marvel Rivals.